right, Sandy, I've got advice for you. It's worked for many years for me. Just remember, Jane is always right.
If your partner says, let's think about that, it probably means it's not a good idea, and just drop it.
Give each other lots of kisses when you're married. Penny, kisses. Good kisses.
Dan, don't sweat the small stuff. We were married 3 years and we forgot our anniversary. And it wasn't the only time we forgot our anniversary. And
Here we are 36 years later.
But we are here from Toronto with some good, solid, practical marital advice.
What do you say, Mom? Don't get married. Oh, sorry, wrong page. No, get married, enjoy, but keep your sense of humor.
After 31 wonderful years married to my husband Brian, don't go to bed angry.
I endorse that, even if I wasn't married to your husband, Brian.
I would pass on your great-grandmother's Hindman's advice to most of her children when they planned to marry was to love each other and always be a friend to each other.
Hey guys, congrats on your big day. Jane, although Court and I don't feel totally able to give you marital advice, we do believe that we've learned a lot about friendship, especially since we've been friends for about 20 years now.
We really just want to say that you should continue to foster your relationship with each other as we've done. You want to always listen to each other and be there for each other, and more than anything, make each other laugh whenever you're together.
Buongiorno! Giuseppe here, ripping off advice from other people that sent it in. Treat your partner with the same kindness and tolerance that you would expect to receive from them. We all have our faults, and it's the little things that drive you crazy.
I was very pleased when Sandy asked me for advice. Not because I have a lot of good advice about marriage, but because I don't get asked for advice very often. So, the best piece of advice I could give you is that when one of you is having a tough time and you're not very happy, and you want to talk about it with your spouse, then it's a good thing for the spouse who's listening to the story and to just put on their listening lips. And then when the person has told you everything that's bothering them and that upsets them, then you can just say, I'm sorry you're not feeling very well, and give them a big hug.
Howdy! Trixie here, recommended daily shows of affection, hugs, kisses, holding hands in public. Whoa! Make sure to talk about everything and listen to everything. Don't try to change each other neither. Accept and celebrate your differences as well as your similarities.
We haven't been married very long, but I do think one piece of advice I could give you guys is to remember that you are each other's best friends. You know, so when you're feeling alone or not supported or whatever, you kind of have a built-in best friend, which is honestly the best thing ever. Especially when you don't really want to go out, you just kind of want to sit in jammies and watch TV. Your best friend is probably going to be right there with you.
On a practical point, I would like to share with you a good tip about how to make your marriage strong. It's important to take 2 socks and pin them together in the toe.
Choose a partner who is incredibly forgetful. That way, every faux pas will soon be forgotten. You chose well, Jane. Have a sense of humor and laugh often together. Most importantly, the power of your hug speaks volumes where words sometimes can't, and be that a soft place to land for each other.
Then, when you go to sort, look. 1 pair of socks, an individual. 2 pairs of socks.
Share household responsibilities so you both feel they are fair. But remember, the work of being happily married is rarely equal. Sometimes one partner or the other carries the heavy load, be it chores, financial obligations, or family refereeing. And when that happens, remember, if it is to be, it's up to me. Well, not me, Trixie, you.
Another pair of socks.
Oh, hello.
Sandy, between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., please always respect and observe prime Jane time. Also, keep doing what you're doing because it made you decide to marry each other.
Do stuff together, but also give each other some personal time and space. Remember the PJT, prime Jane time.
An individual, an individual, an individual. A fourth pair of socks.
Hey Jane, Ann, and Sandy, Aunt Karen and Uncle Herm here, ready to share our sage advice about weddings. So, after we were married for the first 2 weeks, all I really felt like eating was popcorn. Well, Herm got so scared thinking that's what his future looked like, a whole nightmare of popcorn, that he hurried up and learned how to cook. And to this day, he is our main cook and bottle washer. I have to say, Jane Ann, it works.
Remember, go on dates after you are married and always have the chocolate around.
And finally, a fifth pair of socks. Now how easy was that? There you go. You didn't lose one sock and you spaded up your sock sorting time. This is a marriage saver.
Make sure to recognize and celebrate and support each other's strengths and differences. Laugh together, listen hard, and be predictably unpredictable. Though I'm told that's no problem for you, Jane.
Hey Jane and Sandy, Amy here in a storage room of the hospital. Just wanted to send you my love, and my advice for the two of you is to remember how amazing your love is for each other, but also remember that you're not alone. You've got everyone around this room that loves you so much, and you can always lean on us if you need to as your relationship grows and you go through life's adventures and ups and downs. Bye!
Hold hands when you walk, and remember to keep laughing at the craziness that life sends your way. Nobody likes a relationship accountant. Keeping score is a sure way to kill the mood.
However, there are some things in a marriage that are worth fighting for. But the most important thing is fight fair and always be the first to say you're sorry.
And finally, if you leave a skid, don't just shut the lid. Be nice and flush it twice.
2 pieces of marriage advice for you.
Number 1, support and challenge each other to achieve your dreams.
And number 2 is keep the puppets out of the bedroom. Even though Mike and I aren't married, we've been dating for a long time, and we have some advice to share with you guys.
We got a few tricks. First off, it's important to give each other a little bit of space. You know, they say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Constant attention is key. If you're not at home cuddling your partner, you better be at work or dead.
This one's for Sandy. The 21st century man has to do his fair share around the house. That means tidying up, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, you know, pretty basic stuff.
Jane, if you want something done right, sometimes you just have to do it yourself. I'm sure Sandy will have the best intentions, but I'm talking about results.
Women love surprises. Like the other day, I read a book on feng shui, decided to rearrange all the living room furniture. She loved it, absolutely loved it.
Hated it. Do you know how long it took me to put all that furniture back in its place? Let me tell you, the energy in that room was less than peaceful.
Final tip. If and when you decide you want to have kids, make sure you talk it out and that you have it all planned out. I mean, that's a 20-some year commitment.
Guys, spontaneity is the spice of life. I stopped taking birth control months ago. He has no idea.
Jane and Sandy.
We hope we provide you guys with some really clear
and helpful
advice. Love you guys.